I recently asked my network on LinkedIn what are the main kind of key issues that they wanted to talk about, and without doubt the main one at the moment is to do with the Brexit. So this is the potential for Britain to leave the EU and both the campaign to stay in and also to leave. So this is a very emotional issue. It's one that I haven't fully made up my own mind yet, and actually because of that, what I wanted to do was do some research, do some homework, try and distill some of it, try and remove some of, in my opinion, some of the kind of bullshit which goes with it. There's always some very emotional arguments. And just add some of my own personal experience, some of the things that I've spoken to different people about. And then hopefully add some value to LinkedIn. I'd love to know what you guys think, so please kind of comment below. So, in or out, it's a big kind of decision. There are many different factors to it, some emotional, some political, some your head, some your heart. There's a hell of a lot of things at play. So what I won't try and do is cover too many issues, but I will stick to the one in particular, which is to do with trade. So both the in and the out campaign have very strong opinions, and it's quite difficult to get a feel for who's telling the truth. You know, there's a lot of kind of, I guess, political kind of gamesmanship going on. In campaign, we'll talk about how 49% of the UK's trade is done with Europe. We import something in the region of £290 billion worth of goods and services, and we export somewhere about 220, so big kind of trading partner. They also talk about how, I believe it's £28 billion worth of exports go to Ireland, which is more than China and India combined. I think it's quite clear that you have a lot of benefits through being in Europe, and also Britain especially being in Europe. One of my former jobs was in inward investment, so this is when you try and attract new companies to the UK, and the UK is a great place to do business, and actually this the fact that we're part of Europe is a great place for any company around the world to help use as a base to kind of export from. If we were to leave the EU, a lot of the comments come down to how we won't have the single trade agreement before anymore. We'll have to kind of develop and negotiate with each country. That whilst that is doable, so I understand that, I'm led to believe that Canada, it's taken 7 years to negotiate its one within Europe, and basically it would create a lot of challenge, I guess. The flip side is that actually the real crux, I believe, in the in-out decision to do with trade is actually to do with uncertainty. So that if Britain stays within the EU, pretty much things stay the same. So actually, if you are a company either looking to set up a new factory, obviously employs hundreds of thousands of people in the UK, that is a much easier decision because you have certainty on how things are going to work, so that it helps your investment decision. If Britain chooses to leave the EU, which I also understand the benefits for and against, the uncertainty alone, I think, will actually put on hold a large number of investment decisions, because actually if you were looking to set up a new car plant, for instance, obviously Northeast England cars, automotive is a big kind of sector, there's the potential for a new tariff which could make you less competitive than France, Germany and other places. But likewise also you don't know what's going to happen, you know, and it's that uncertainty which nobody knows is what could kill investment, or at least put it on a serious kind of hiatus. There were some kind of other issues, but I'll try not to touch on too many. Agriculture, fishing, a lot of people say that Europe benefits more than we do. A lot of the Leave campaign will say how, a video I've just watched, we spend 350 million paid into Europe each week, which is enough to pay for a hospital in the UK, but what they don't talk about is what we get back. So because of that, I'm purposely going to stay away from all of the emotional decisions to do with immigration. It's a big issue. It's an issue which people want to talk about, but actually, on purpose, I'm not going to touch on with this. But as far as the trade goes, I see the benefits of being in, I see the benefits of being out, but likewise, it's the uncertainty, the unknown, which actually, when I speak to my friends, they could be accountants or international trade advisors, that is a real kind of potential deal breaker which could swing either way. Personally, I'm starting to feel more that I'll probably vote in, although I'm not decided, hence why I was tempted to kind of I wanted to debate this online. I'm going to keep doing much more research, try and get a good feel for it. It's the 23rd of June. Please do your own homework. I'm sure you'll pretty much know quite quick which way you might choose to go. LinkedIn, I'd love to kind of hear your thoughts. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye.